When you think of high-quality Japanese animation, you typically think of shows such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Hajime no Ippo. What do all of these shows have in common? They were all animated and produced by Studio Mappa. Studio Mappa is regarded as one of, if not the best animation studio in all of Japan. However, all of Mappa's absolutely beautiful animations have a dark secret. Behind the scenes, Studio Mappa has created one of the most toxic work environments imaginable.
What do we mean by when we say toxic work environment? Well, midway through May of 2021, rumors started circulating through Twitter, now known as X. These rumors alluded to the idea that animators that were in charge of Attack on Titan's final season wound up quitting.
Bruh, not gonna say who it is because I don't want them to get bombarded with comments, but some of the members of the AOT anime staff really quit. This isn't because of the manga BTW. It's because of the terrible working conditions.
After these rumors began circulating, they eventually made their way to a freelance animator by the name of Mushio, who was actually a part of the team working on Attack on Titan. Mushio was also one of the staff members who wound up quitting. Mushio, presumably after seeing these rumors make their rounds, decided to shed light on the issue in a series of tweets.
No, it's really this. I don't know why I worked hard to join the company. I don't know why some of the employees were sprinkled outside or stray. Weekly, would you like to fix it until morning? One of the reasons I decided to quit. Still, it would be nice if we could focus on developing original drawings in the company, but of course we couldn't afford that time. Well, if you do 4 works at once, you don't have time to teach. What the bottom end does is not to draw a picture, but to retake, such as missing a button pattern or narrowing the jagged battle of 3D CG. Is this a factory? I don't understand the meaning of just doing such work. Of course, I think there are some great companies that are keen on education. This is just my personal opinion and I personally experienced it, so I don't think everyone thinks this way, but as far as I can tell, 80% of the employees who were there at that time complained like this.
It is heartbreaking to find out that higher-ups would keep their employees late just to redraw a single frame of a scene over and over and over again, just because that single frame had like 2 minor imperfections. However, this also isn't very surprising given how strict most project managers in Japan are. That, as well as the entire working industry of Japan being constantly bombarded with insanely high standards and near impossible deadlines. However, there could be some type of solution for this. For example, you could actually learn to bear with a few tiny imperfections in a single frame of animation. Most animated shows nowadays are animated at about 60 frames per second. This means that a single frame can be missed in the blink of an eye. Nobody's going to notice a stray hair on the Beast Titan's armpit unless you're sifting through the show frame by frame looking for Easter eggs. Also, if you're really that worried about the animation being pixel perfect, then extend the deadline a little bit. Part 1 of the Attack on Titan final season had the episodes being released on a weekly basis. That meant that a new episode came out every week like clockwork. This doesn't have to be the case. I remember when the 4th season of My Hero Academia was being released, episodes came out on more of a bi-weekly basis, meaning that instead of every single week, episodes were being released every other week in order to give the animators more time to work on each episode. You can absolutely extend the deadline for an episode in order to give the animators more time to animate without being stressed out about meeting a super strict deadline. But that's besides the point. The point is, Mappa needs to start treating their animators like actual human beings and stop viewing them as machines to pump out content. But that's about it. See ya.